In 2006, I was found guilty at trial of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. In the first 6 months of my incarceration, my mental health took a nosedive. I was standing on the top floor of HMP Wood Hill, looking over, wondering if it would kill me if I was to jump off. But I could hear a faint, persistent voice next to me asking if I wanted a cup of tea. I was so confused at his comments, I turned to face him. It was then when I saw Andy, and he was wearing a bright green t-shirt with the word listener across the front of it. He had this stupid grin on his face. He was involved in the listener scheme, a partnership between the Samaritans and the prison service. If it wasn't for him, I may not have been here today talking to you. So after a couple of weeks of Andy listening to me ranting and raving, I inquired about the listener scheme. I asked him how you apply. I like helping people. Conveniently, he had an application form to hand, so after clearing security and doing the 16 weeks of training, I became a listener. And it was a massive part of my recovery. Through my 8 years in prison, 7 of those I was a listener with the Samaritans. I found it really cathartic, helping other people, and it was a part of my own recovery. And I was really looking forward to, once I got out, to carry on that somewhere. Well, I got out in 2014 and I went to another agency, and pretty much the door was slammed shut in my face as soon as I mentioned that I'd been in prison for 8 years. And I could see then that that was going to be the start of a problem trying to get employment. It's only when I spoke to my probation officer, she told me about peer mentoring. This is where I can give something back. Apparently it's the only one at the time in the area. So I've now been a case support worker for 20 months. And in that time I've helped many service users improve their lives for the better. There are challenges to the job, obviously, like in anything. One of the biggest challenges within probation is reaching those that are highest risk of breach, and that's where I can hope to make the difference. When service users come in for their probation meeting and say, "You don't know how it feels," or "You don't know what's going on in my head at the moment," that's where I can turn around and tell my story, relate to them a little better, in the hope that they will be more open and willing to work with us through their licence or court order. I'm now training to become a programme facilitator with KSS CRC. I'm grateful for the opportunities I've been given and can only see myself going from strength to strength now.